This time I'm actually going to be going over the James Harden controversial step back. A lot of people try to say that it is a travel, particularly this one video I'm going to be going over. This guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. So I'm going to be going over that video with you, kind of call him out, show you guys why it's not a travel, and also I'm going to be showing you the NBA rules to prove that he does not travel on most of his step backs. Now, yes, he's had a few instances where he's took too many steps and he does travel, but for the most part, he does not travel, guys. And I'm going to show you why here today. So first off, we're looking right here at the rule book. I want to show you all this section on traveling, okay? So here we go. A person who receives the ball while standing still may pivot using either foot as the pivot foot. So remember, guys, you always are allowed a pivot foot. One of your feet can come up, a million times as long as that pivot foot stays down. So you got to remember that's a key. Okay, guys. Now, here we go. Now we're going to get into the real part, which is why James Harden's step back is not a travel. So here we go. Look at section B here. A player who receives the ball while he is progressing or upon completion of a dribble. So keyword completion of a dribble may take 2 steps in coming to a stop, passing or shooting the ball. Okay, so read that. He has to have completion of the dribble, or he must gather the ball, correct? Okay, so if you look at this next part down here, the first step occurs when a foot or both feet touch the floor after, keyword after, gaining control of the ball. Okay, and the second step, of course, is after the first step, but the first step does not occur until after gaining control of the ball. So if he's in the middle of a step and he's still gathering or containing control of the ball, that step does not count as a step. In the NBA's eyes, that counts as the 0 step. This is why many people think that James Harden is traveling. They don't know about this 0 step rule. It only counts as a step after he gathers the ball. So you have to look at when James Harden gathers the ball. Now, some of you might be asking, okay, he has to gather the ball first. Well, what constitutes a gather? Okay, so let's look at that. I'm going to move up into the rule book here. Okay, which it will be rule number 4 right here. The dribble ends when the dribbler touches the ball simultaneously with both hands. So James Harden needs to have both hands on the ball in order to count as a gather. His dribbling has stopped. Or, if you look at number 2, permits the ball to come to rest while he is in control of it. Now, this, of course, the ball cannot come to rest unless his one hand is underneath the ball. The ball's on the side. If his hand's on the side of the ball or on top of the ball's not at rest. The ball's still going to fall. Okay, so he either has to have both hands on the ball or his one hand has to be underneath the ball with the ball being at rest. And of course, if he tries a field goal, throws a pass, whatnot, loses control, of course, those are all other reasons. But the two you got to look at are touches the ball with 2 hands or it comes to rest with one hand being underneath the ball. So now that we know that, now that we know he has to gather it and have 2 hands on it or one hand under, or he has to gather it and the first step does not count until he has gathered it. Now let's take a look at some James Harden plays and you tell me if he is actually traveling or not. So this guy's calling him out. Let's see. Now he circles some things on here. Now I can tell you right off the bat, the things that he is circling is wrong because, well, let's just go into it. So let's play. All right, so for some reason he's circling him here, but look, James Harden's hand's still on top. Now he's got 2 hands, okay? 1 step. That's 1 step. That is not a travel. 2 hands on the ball, then he took 1. His hand's still on the side here. The ball's not at the rest. Now he's got 2 on it. That first step is the 0 step. That's a 1-2. That is a legal step back. Okay? Still a dribble. That's the 0 step. Okay? 1-2. And again, a legal step back. You've got to look at his hand placement. Still dribbling, hand still on top of the ball. That circle doesn't matter. Now he's got both hands. That's a 1-2. That is a legal move. Okay? That's the 0 step. Both hands on the ball now. 1-2. Again, legal step back. These are not travels. Hand still on top. That is not. Now 1-2. Bam. That is a legal shot. So I've proven this to you guys with both the NBA rules and actual plays. If you have any disagreements with me, of course, leave them in the comments section below. But I think I've well proven that these plays are all legal James Harden plays. Hopefully you guys learned something today. Again, leave some comments, hit the like button, let me know what you guys think. All right? You guys take